Welcome back to AI Signal and Noise. It is Monday, and dude, we have some absolutely wild stories to kick off your week. I am Taylor.
And I am Morgan. Today, we're looking at some massive shifts in how we interact with AI, from OpenAI declaring the death of chat to some critical security updates.
Yeah, like the landscape is shifting so incredibly fast. Let us just dive right into the biggest headline of the morning. It is a big one. So, according to a report from the Decoder, OpenAI is planning this massive overhaul. They are literally saying internally that chat is dead.
Wait, chat is dead? That is bold considering ChatGPT is literally the most popular chatbot on the planet. What are they replacing it with?
They want to rebuild it as a full-blown agent app, like a super app that bundles coding tools, AI agents, and partners like Canva and Booking.com.
So instead of just talking to it, you let it actually go out and do things for you. But honestly, isn't that what they tried with plugins?
Totally, but this is supposed to be way more autonomous. The idea is that these agents will handle entire complex workflows on their own without you holding their hand.
I mean, it sounds cool, but agent reliability is still a massive issue. If my AI agent books the wrong flight on Booking.com, who pays for that?
Dude, right? That is the golden question. But OpenAI seems convinced that the future belongs to these autonomous agents rather than just a text box.
Well, it makes sense strategically. They want to be the next app store. But they really need to nail the execution and safety before people trust it with credit cards.
Exactly. It is a huge gamble. But if they pull it off, it changes how we use the internet.
I am skeptical, but I will admit if it actually works, it could be incredibly useful. Let us hope they solve the security side first.
Oh, speaking of security, that actually ties perfectly into our next story. OpenAI is already rolling out new features to address that.
Oh, interesting. What kind of security features are we talking about? Are they finally fixing prompt injections?
Well, they are trying. They just launched this new lockdown mode for ChatGPT. It basically lets you disable web access, deep research, and agent mode.
Wait, so to make it secure, they are just turning off all the cool advanced features? That seems like a pretty aggressive compromise.
Yeah, it is mostly to protect sensitive data. If you are working with corporate stuff, you don't want a prompt injection attack exfiltrating your data through the web.
Right, because prompt injection is still an unsolved problem. But if I turn off web access and agents, isn't it just a basic calculator?
Kind of. The decoder noted that this mode doesn't actually stop the injection itself, it just blocks the final step where the data gets leaked out.
So it is a band-aid solution. It is good for enterprise users who need strict compliance, but it shows how fragile these models still are.
Totally. It is like putting a padlock on your front door, but leaving the windows wide open. But hey, at least they are giving users some control, right?
True, but it highlights the massive hurdle OpenAI faces if they want to build that agent super app we just talked about. Security is going to be a nightmare.
Oh, absolutely. If an agent has access to your email and bank, a single malicious prompt on a website could ruin your entire day.
Exactly. It is a constant game of cat and mouse. But let us shift gears to how these models actually learn in the first place.
Yes, this next research paper is so fascinating, dude. It explains why bigger models are actually smarter, and it is not just about size.
Right. I saw this study on the decoder. Researchers finally figured out why small language models fail at rare tasks, while larger ones breeze through them.
Yeah, it turns out that in small models, frequent tasks are constantly overriding the rare stuff they learned. Like, the model literally forgets the rare skills.
That is fascinating. So it is not that the small model can't learn the rare task, it is just that the common tasks crowd it out of its limited memory.
Exactly. They tested models from 4 million to 4 billion parameters and proved this mechanism in detail. It is like a packed suitcase.
But the cool part is the practical fix they propose, right? They said we might not even need to scale up the models to fix this.
Yes, instead of making the model bigger, they found you can just increase how often the rare target task appears in the training data.
That is huge for local AI. If we can make small, on-device models retain rare skills just by optimizing training data, we save massive amounts of compute.
Dude, totally. Imagine having a super smart assistant running locally on your phone without draining your battery or needing a massive server farm.
It democratizes AI development. Smaller startups can train highly specialized, efficient models without needing billions of dollars in hardware.
It is such an elegant solution. It makes you wonder how much progress we can make just by curating better data instead of just throwing GPUs at the problem.
Absolutely. Data quality over model size is becoming a massive theme this year. And speaking of on-device AI and smart assistants,
Oh man, you are setting me up perfectly here. Let us talk about Apple and the HomePod. So, ZDNet ran this piece about what Apple needs to do to make the HomePod actually stand out. And honestly, I completely agree with it.
let me guess. It is not about the speakers or the audio quality, right? Because the HomePod already sounds pretty amazing.
Spot on. It is all about Siri. The article argues that few smart speakers have an assistant with as much potential as Siri, but it is currently so limited.
Oh, totally. Siri on the HomePod feels like a relic sometimes. If Apple integrated their new Apple Intelligence directly into the HomePod, it would be a game changer.
Dude, yes! Imagine a HomePod that actually understands context, remembers previous conversations, and can control your smart home without constantly saying, "Working on that."
Right, but Apple has been notoriously slow at rolling out these advanced AI features to their smart home devices. They seem so focused on iPhones.
I know, it is frustrating, but the HomePod is the perfect hub for a local, secure AI assistant. If they upgrade Siri there, it becomes my instant first choice.
It makes sense. Apple's big selling point is privacy, and a secure on-device home assistant is exactly what people want instead of sending audio to the cloud.
Exactly. Plus, with the research we just talked about, they could easily fit a highly optimized smart model right onto the HomePod's hardware.
That would be the ultimate synergy. Let us hope Apple is paying attention to this research and actually gives us the smart home we deserve.
Seriously, stop making us wait, Apple. Give us the super smart HomePod already. We are so ready for it.
I agree. If they do that, I might actually buy one. It is long overdue.
Totally. It could easily dominate the smart speaker market if they just unlock Siri's full potential.
Well, that is all the time we have for today's roundup. We covered a lot of ground, from OpenAI's agent ambitions to smart home futures.
Absolutely. That is it for today. We will be back tomorrow with more AI news.